Themlootlads.
Welcome back to
Audio Jungle.
Audio Jungle.
It's in my head now. You put that in.
I'm sorry that is just you. You're an Audio Jungle.
Do we know anything that actually was like straight up from Audio Jungle?
I didn't know Audio Jungle was an actual thing.
Really?
Yeah.
So then why'd you do the cadence of Audio Jungle perfectly?
Because everyone does Audio Jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a well-known thing. I just don't.
What?
I've not experienced it myself.
Oh. I had something with Audio Jungle in it. I don't know if it was like a Winter Sun album or something. It might have been. That sounds actually probable for me.
I learned it from a streamer who calls himself Dave,
All right.
who is an insane person. I think everyone's convinced. Insane and like, you know
The
how...
membrane?
Hold on. You know how last
The
time I
cube
talked
calls to
about...
me. Continue.
You know how I talked about like infinite parallel universes and the fact that like infinite only really is infinite in the consciousness of the human mind, because if we haven't had the idea of that parallel universe, it doesn't exist technically.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's his dialogue, but almost all of the time, and almost always a little bit more unhinged as a topic. Like you could say, like he's a smart person, but you can say that was an intelligent conversation because it's, you know, I didn't really technically say anything incorrect, and it's more of like a thought piece. You can shoot that wall.
You're so right. Carry on.
But he does that, but for everything.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's quite fun. I like him. He's good. He's a good streamer.
Ooh, streamer.
I can't see a thing.
You're
Same,
right,
buddy.
Jesse.
Should have thought this through.
Same, buddy.
That's a 15.
Shoot it.
To the back of the skull.
I think it might just be a rock.
Might just be a man.
A light. Another TV.
Uh-oh. Don't look at that too much. It'll rot your brain, bud. What happens if I just take it away?
Does he turn to you? Because he got a little angry if he's not in the light. Oh, maybe that's the gimmick.
What's it playing?
It looks like Pong.
Ati?
Yeah, it looks like him, actually. Yeah. He's mopping.
Interesting. What if I just... Okay.
I feel like he was going to do something unless you stun locked him. So maybe this is a, like, if you show people the light, they will go a little nutso, a little crazy man.
I'll bring Ati.
So dark.
It's not that dark.
Yeah, because you're putting a buff on them, it looks like.
There we go. We'll put that down. And
Like, they're not hurting you. Like, you
No.
can just ignore them.
But I could just, you know, farm them for points.
When did that ever matter for us?
Right now.
Okay.
Mostly if it looks like a thing that can be killed, I need to stab it.
I'm going to pay attention to how many, like, little boobity bops you get. I don't think any. Unless your mug is perfectly covering up the soul counter.
I don't believe so. No, I'm not seeing anything. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are just obstacles that you need the gimmick.
Here. There you go. Welcome to Saturday morning, bud.
I can't wait for him to just sprint at you from behind.
Then I hit him with the Megas XLR.
Ooh, nice. I would also get blinded a little bit.
Fine.
Just play the theme song, really.
Okay.
Does it stop that?
Drop the TV.
Okay. I was right by just taking the TV with me, at least. That's neat.
Yeah, that was the gimmick.
I mean, I thought there was going to be just, like, maybe lights I had to turn on or something, but I was like, what if I just cheese it by just taking the whole TV with me? Like a silly little boy.
Samuel Lake thought about that for you.
That's the fucking problem with Sam Lake, alright? He's already in my head, and he's thinking all of my thoughts before I think them.
And he lives rent-free. At least pay me a little
A
bit.
couple bucks, man. Pretty rude. Pretty fucking rude. There we go. It's like all I need is clearly a TV that works by itself with a man mopping on it.
I know...
Go
I
ahead.
know we
Go on.
kind of like praise the guy. Sam Lake's one of those people that like, my litmus test for whether or not I can speak with you is if you can slightly hold a conversation at a bar without like going into ego speak. You feel like Sam Lake is one of those guys?
I feel like if you want to talk to him about stuff that might be ego speak, he'd be down for it, but I wouldn't think his default is.
I haven't assumed, but if I was the guy who wrote Control and Adam Wake, I would be a little bit like into myself a little bit of like, yeah, I wrote this fucking thing, teehee. But at the same time, I feel like he would have to be on a level where he would probably want to talk about something else other than fucking Adam Wake.
Yeah, it might be like when we find you Bailey.
Yeah,
that one time.
Yeah. Like, thank God no one wants to talk about this fucking video game I made.
Yeah, when we were at EVO, we found Alex Jabali, and despite all the fighting games stuff that he takes part in, the moment I said something about wrestling, he was like, thank fuck I don't have to talk about fighting games for like maybe a couple minutes. And we talked about wrestling for a good while.
See, this is just me baiting Sam Lake to actually respond to us. Smile. And also to tell me what the snack food Jesse likes.
They need to know.
I need to know. I'm hard calling it. She's a fucking chocolate girly.
I think she's a chocolate girly.
Yeah, she just gives the vibes, I think.
Do you think she likes the chalky pretz?
Chalky pretz? I think if you're... Okay. I can't really say that. What I was about to say, a little bit blasphemous, is like, I feel like if you're a chocolate girly, you're also inherently a chalky pretzel girly. But that's just blatantly untrue, I think. I think there's a subset of people that are like, ooh, I just don't like, I don't like crunchies being in my chalky, you know? And that's pretty valid.
I'm in a bad spot. Right now.
I mean, just make the orb watch the TV. Magnus XLR is on, he needs to pay attention, and then pick it up and go.
We love giant robots.
Ooh, flashing warning, by the way, on this one. Yeah.
Holy...
There's a lot going on.
Chicks dig giant robots.
Chicks dig having vision.
Photosensitivity warning. Oh, but like I'm terrified because I've seen the tweets of like him and Kojima hanging out, and those are just two brains that I don't need meeting. It's like Onslaught from X-Men. When Magneto and Charles Xavier's brains unite, they unleash the Onslaught. And that is what I'm terrified of.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If they do collaborate, I'm very excited for what happens. Okay, hold up. Can we have the triple threat? No, we can have a quad threat. All right.
Oh,
so
no.
Let me pause it.
Okay, all right, okay.
We can get Samuel Lake and Kojima to write the world of whatever property they want to make.
Uh-huh.
And then we bring in Suda51.
No, God.
To make the gameplay.
Dude,
And then we bring in Yoko Taro to...
design all the characters.
So it's just going to be very attractive, strong women in a fucking eldritch nightmarescape.
And you know Kojima would go to bat immediately for Yoko Taro.
And you know what would also probably be fucked up is the game is going to be about them delivering newspapers or some shit.
Yes.
Like they're just going to be people delivering the news. And it's going to be like a fucking satire of it.
It's the sequel to Postal.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I wanted a Postal sequel that isn't like the crazy blood-drenched I'm so edgy for edgy's sake thing. Also, I've contained it. What now?
That was just extra. You did bonus.
Huh.
Yep.
I sure did.
I would love... You can do Calm Postal. But it could be based around social media bullying or whatever. Or like sensationalist topics and you as a character is just kind of fucking sick of it. So you like... Maybe you produce something maybe you produce the hate content about a lot of stuff, and you have to go around like living with all these people being like, you fucking you hate my fucking VTuber or whatever, just like going to bat over these people. I don't know. I'm not very good at satire, but like you can make a modernized one that doesn't need killing.
True.
Yeah. Just be real pissed off about all of the content being shoveled into your fucking face.
I already am.
Yeah. I mean, you could do an entire chapter about AI content.
There you are. I really want a not for broadcast style game. I don't know if you've played that or know what that is at all.
I've seen it.
Okay, yeah. I for some reason I think they would do a weird version of that. Oh, I can't unlock that. All right. Let's start eating things again.
Have a Twitter mod simulator. Try not to get fucking deplatformed by your own platform you're working for.
That's just like actual Twitter simulator right now, right?
I mean, yeah. That's why it's poignant. That's why it's good.
Ah.
Like, you could go to like some guy who's posting something racist, but he also paid the site like $6 million. So you're like, I'm gonna get fired if I do this, but also people really hate it. So now I need to shadow ban him, but like reinstate his account later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Before he notices.
way too on the nose. Or maybe that's just the point at this point.
I mean, okay, that's the point of satire, is being on the nose with a lot of the stuff, but also making it so that it's what's the word I'm looking for? Amplified to a ridiculous degree. Like,
you need the hyper reality.
Yeah. I feel. I mean, nowadays I don't think satire is like a bad art. I just am also bad at crafting it because I haven't really thought about doing stuff like that. But I feel like if you wanted to reach the most people and wanted to do something slightly dumb but also smart, hyper reality is a good place to start. Like, I think a lot of people talked about Black Mirror.
Yeah, that's a very good choice of hyper reality.
Yeah. Like, you can do something like that only in video game form, or it's just really interactive medium. I think would be kind of nice.
Honestly, with the potential of Sam Lake and Hideo Kojima working together, that's what I fear we're gonna get. And like, there's an entire subsection of Remedy that's working with like a TV studio lately.
Yeah.
And I am also terrified for the LinkedIn series that's coming potentially.
I don't know. I don't really feel the hype for it, only because I don't really watch things.
That's
I'm going
true.
to assume it's going to be interesting, and I assume the studio cares. Like, I know I'm putting a lot of words in Samuel Lake's mouth, but it seems like this game is the type of game that like the developers and the writers care. Like, it's their brainchild as opposed to a property.
Yeah.
Which I know a lot of stuff has, but like you look at stuff like Overwatch and what have you, and it's just a lot of really good ideas absolutely just fucking thrown out. Yeah. Like, they had stories in the background, and they weren't like the best, but you knew what they were about. Like, Monkeys on the Moon was a pretty good fucking selling point for one of the characters.
Yeah, but Umbrella Academy did that better.
Monkeys on the Moon?
Monkey on the Moon?
Probably.
Moon Monkey Man.
It doesn't take much to beat Overwatch in concept.
Yeah.
It's a robot war, which we have tons of already.
Yeah, we even have a show called Robot Wars. It was great.
Yeah. I mean, done so, and also, like, the robot war was about robot rights, but at the end of it, they were still cool with the robots. And there were also a order of robot monks that just kind of hung out and was like, yeah, we're going to be spiritual and also robotic. And we have no political view, I guess, on that. We're just going to be here to help out people, and that's kind of cool, but also no one really pointed it out.
Didn't, like, Robot Gandhi get assassinated or something?
Yes, yeah, that was
Okay.
one of the... That was a Widowmaker cutscene, I think, is... Widowmaker is part of terrorist group, and Tracer was trying to resolve that. Yeah,
But she seems so friendly.
not resolve the fucking guy, resolve the killing of the guy. In the good way, in parentheses, the good way.
I resolved this over a bleeding corpse.
I'm gonna sign off on that. Tracer, no. Wait, whoa. Don't worry, love. Let's go back. Like, no, you go back in time. It stays the same for us.
Yeah. It's contained within you. You are the bubble.
Wait, what? The ink is already drying. Like, she goes back to her fucking, like, apartment. It's like, ah, fuck.
It's like one of those, like, really pensive, like, the camera's really zoomed out and she's just sitting there at a coffee table with a coffee. It's just like, so, did you guys know it only works for me?
Meanwhile, Winston's just there drinking his fucking tea. It's like, yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
Like, I designed it and told you how this worked.
So how am I saving lives? Oh, that's a good play.
So wait, did I travel back in time to forget that? It's like, it's impossible because we set you up when I explained it. So, like, your default is when I... Tracer.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
I'm allergic to the astral plane.
Whoopsie daisy.
Why did you sign off on terrorism? Like, I thought that was... I thought it
look.
was like one of those moral choice things, like...
Happens to the best of us.
It happens to the best of us.
All right, my cat's trying to get in my legs right now.
I don't know where I was going with that. Actually,
I just let you
satire,
go.
Big hyper reality. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, cool.
You set me up for a topic that I wasn't like 100% comfortable with, but
Got
decided
his
to go
ass.
forward confidently. Yeah. What I'm saying here is, I feel like we need more Yoko Taro likes, and it already happened. It already started happening. Yoko Taro likes an art gotcha. Hold on, we gotta preface that. Yeah.
Maybe I did go the right way, actually. This is perplexing. I'm gonna go to Crossroads and go backwards.
Okay.
Because like it looks like a little offshoot from the big rectangle room. Like if you look at if you look at so like you go to Cave Bleed, and then you just hang in this case a right, but on the left hand side of it.
I mean, you could go to the spot you were at and then go backwards, like the checkpoint you were at. I mean, you do what you need. But
well, if I went to the checkpoint I was at, I have to go through all of that again to get to where I was going. This takes me right back to the plane of unknown.
All right, you do what you need to, Val.
I'm working. I'm working. All right.
I'm working here. Hey, I'm fine. I might be an intern, but I'm working here.
I guess I go there, but how?
I don't think you do.
I don't think you do. All right.
I'm gonna let you do what you need to. That's absolutely fine. I need to think of like another thing that I can bitch about. Fucking prices these days.
Bless me tries.
Look at me go, tee I know, I got not a lot going on. So I don't think you need to go to question mark. You literally need to go to where the yellow is.
I think it'll end up leading me back out that way into this room then, by the looks of it. I think this will be how I get out of wherever I'm going, maybe. Which means it's just fast to go back this way.
Yep.
Go back to that crossroads.
Yep.
Goddamn Metroid-ass Vania fucking...
Are you saying that I was slightly correct in that the checkpoint nearest to the place we need to go is the correct answer?
Well, we were talking different things, I think. Because I wanted to go to the question marks.
Yeah.
And getting to the question marks the other way from where I was is slower if I just do it this way. See, I got to where I needed to go there and then found out more information.
Okay. All right.
Now I have to go back this way and go to a different location.
Dude, we have one more DLC to get through.
Look, all right, we can talk about Chowder some more. How about that?
Have you had any good Why are you going that way? Go back! There's literally a path from one to another.
Fine.
We needed to go there so we could go over there eventually. What?
Fine.
I might not have literally... Give me a moment.
All right.
I might not have media literacy, but I know when one tunnel leads to one destination. And you know what? It's not hard to navigate a straight line.
But it is hard to navigate a dictionary.
Absolutely, dude. I legit need to fucking get a thesaurus in my brain. That was another malfunction. I don't know if you could tell.
You are breaking down in front of me. You need to sip more of that coffee real fast.
I'm halfway done, and I'm already caffed, dude. I just have nothing to talk about because my life's boring a little bit.
Ooh, I got an Achievo.
Have those been popping up the whole time? I literally never noticed.
Kill 50 has sharpened. All right, well,
fair enough.
I guess I did the thing that I wanted. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention at all.
I mean, it's just up there, and it's in tiny text, and like I have to squint, and even though I have glasses and I could read it like from right there, I just didn't notice.
I mean, it probably has been happening, and like cut to it happens every 3 seconds. This game just like delivers cutscenes.
Snap to me in the editing bay, and I just see it pop up, and I'm like, ew, what is that?
Ew, gross.
Slap it like it's a fly or some shit. Get the Windex. Slap it like it's a fly, it disappears, and I go get the Windex because I think I need to clean bug off of my screen.
There's been more than one time that I saw something on my screen that was actually just part of what was on my screen instead of an actual thing that I thought I could physically interact with.
Yeah, there's something that I interact with, and see,
Christopher. No one knows what you're talking about. I can't see anything that's so fucking bright.
That is actually true. I will give you that one. It is kind of obnoxiously bright in here. Where does one go? You have to go uppies?
So this was, yeah, we couldn't go, we had to go 50-50, so we couldn't go one way.
Oh, I understand.
From ages ago. Hello.
Mom found the his drawer.
Ow! Ow! Fucking hell! This cat just bit me. What are you doing, you asshole?
Bad joke alert. Bad joke alert.
Fuck! He was just sitting so nicely. It just bites the tendon to the back of my knees. Ah!
Exactly
God
like that.
damn.
Exactly like that.
Christ! That's what happens when you chew 5 gum.
And you chew 5 Devon.
Apparently. Fuck. Ow! 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 Man! Stop!
That man has
Stop.
moves for stumbling all over you.
He's a stumbly bumbly boy, and he just...
I want to let you know
Go ahead.
that we need to find more cubes.
Oh,
than just
that's not... Sorry, that's the one that I need to open. Not the thing I need to shoot. Ugh.
For some reason, I wanted to say it's soup that you can chew, not drink. But that's a stew. Or a chowder?
Look, my favorite thing is... Well, not my favorite thing, but one of is you can eat that with a fork.
You can name multiple favorite things. You don't need to preface,
No,
like...
you can only have one favorite thing. Everything else is, like, less than good than this.
I guess that's why tier lists exist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, clam chowder is like my A tier at best. It's just below the fish chowder, you know, but seafood chowder, you put all in one S tier.
There's a non-zero... Like, if we had a level of, like, popularity where people were making, like, these guys completed this wiki thing or whatever. Oh, God damn it. There'd be somebody out there who's like, you said this was your favorite thing in this episode here, and then clearly in this one you're saying chowder's your favorite thing.
I would say everything's my favorite thing.
What's your least favorite thing?
My least favorite thing?
What's your least favorite thing?
I have to go into the memory banks, because typically if I don't like something, I don't think about it a lot of the time. I'm gonna say... anyone who picks up the phone and decides to call me.
Ooh, that's up there. That's pretty good.
Yeah, just inherently, like, it's a spectrum, obviously. Like, if you're my mom, I would give you a little bit of slack, because, you know, not even because, like, technology-wise and, like, oh, the older person equals not less likely to text teehee. Mostly just, you know, they have an emotional connotation with me. So, like, we talk to each other, and that's how we get, you know, that's how we get, like, oh, yeah, how are you doing? Teehee, I'm gonna read emotion and read how you're doing based on how you talk to me. And, like, you know, significant other and what have you. But if you, Devon Lad, decided that instead of texting me saying that you are coming to pick me up so that we can go record, you decide to call me, you can just turn right the fuck around, because I am not coming.
I think if I called you and you ever picked up, you would hear me heaving on the other line.
Yeah, I know. That's why, like, that's like the least favorite thing I think in a lot of people's minds at the moment.
Christ.
And if you fucking demand a call, and the call is literally just asking one question, you send me a fucking text, because I'm not answering you. Have we discussed on the podcast as well, a podcast show?
Whatever.
Don't listen to the podcast. Anywhere where, like, I have a problem with people just saying hi and then adding me and then not following it up with anything. Like, I'm sure that's also like a pet peeve for a certain subset of people.
I got a hammer.
Ooh, nice. Everything's a nail when you got a hammer.
Everything's a hiss when I've got a hammer. There's a certain subsection of those people in my life that are no longer in my life due to similar reasons.
Well, like, I have to deal with a lot of people at my job who just don't understand that we work in a ticket-based system. So if you call me the ticket man and you don't give me a ticket number, I don't know what you're talking about.
What if I just call you the ticket man? Like, there's Chris the ticket man.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool. At least I have a title. Like, currently I'm just like...
I took this man's chair.
No, stop, please.
Put me down. Me when I see Xavier and his fucking X-Men freaks.
Taking this man's chair. You successfully do it somehow in this scenario in my brain, and they're like, how did he do it?
What the fuck?
Hold on. Whoa.
How'd he get in here? He's the ticket man, Chris. Christ.
You gotta leave a chair under your pillow for the ticket, man. Xavier's just sweating through his bald head. That's rude. That's rude to Xavier. I'm sorry, man.
Look, all right, look. There's a little part of in my brain every time I see somebody bald that, like, You know those videos that you see people slapping cheese on babies? Whenever I see a bald guy, I love you, Ryan. I need to find the closest thing that's going to make the most satisfying to the top of their head.
Craft single.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, a craft single.
I think craft single would be the most satisfying, but like a pancake would be the most polite.
Pancake's pretty good. But like, just in the vicinity. What have I got? Spatula? That'd probably make a good on the top of the head there.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like grounds for assault if you slap him with a spatula.
Well,
as opposed to throwing cheese slices at the guy, I guess. You know what? I'm starting to think that double standards should really be looked at. Actually, you know, throwing stuff at the guy, that's fine to make a funny little sound, but like, cheese spatula. Lucky for you, cheese single.
Cheese single. Cool. Away I go, finally, advancing forward. Ooh,
don't assault your bald friends.
Here. Dispatch a ranger to this location.
Oh, is that them?
God, I hope so. Just burst through the wall. Oh, yeah.
Basically, that's what it felt like. Oh, hey. Gonna get to work? I'll get this one for you, but you get the rest, okay?
Yeah, I'm spotting you on this one.
I can't just hold your hand throughout this.
Dude, I hired you to shoot orbs.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's because I'm the director. Doesn't mean I
direct you to do the things I need you to do.
Yeah, let's work with me here.
Like, ma'am, you literally can just artillery cannon. Like, no.
Look, all right. I can't solve all your problems for you. I hired you to do a job, and you gotta think on your feet. You know?
Dude, I can't lift that rock normally, and you're just doing it with your mind.
Okay, well, like, I don't need reasons. I just need action.
I'm shooting at the orb, but clearly one was more effective than the other.
Well, you know, just keep it up. The equivalent of, like, pushing papers or, like, working on a spreadsheet in this place is just gutting down things that won't die. Just the eternal forever job.
We'll keep it up.
Yeah. Dude, that's how I feel in my day-to-day sometimes at work. Just, fuck it, just keep it up, yeah.
My day-to-day at work is, like, it's kind of a game with me right now. I'm going to admit some real, like, bad business, but...
Okay, alright.
But it's a game of, like, how long can I ignore doing my job until I need to do something? Because it's the type of job where you have a subset of, like, something that... Oh, good job, pal.
I had to finish that off, though, so,
I mean,
like,
he was going to... All right. Fucking upper
like,
management here is just going... Yeah, I've done 99% of the work, but someone's going to sign off on it.
Yeah,
like...
exactly. Do you know how many things I do throughout the day that somebody else gets all the credit for? That was another man. Anyway, sorry.
No, you, that's pretty much a summary of what I was about to say is, I don't do very much, and I have it as a game to see if people notice. They do not.
No. Before we wrap this episode, that does remind me. Today I went to the doctor for the first time in ages, and in the waiting room there was a man who was like, I would like to book an appointment. And they're like, cool, do we have you on file? And he's like, no. And they're like, oh, shit, okay, well, here, fill out this information, then maybe we'll see if we can take you on. And he's like, okay. And then he walks over and sits down. And then as soon as that woman who says, go fill this out, leaves, he gets back up and walks over to the other person and goes, I'd like to make an appointment. Dude, like, did you fill out your information?
I get this shit all the time in that, yeah, I'm calling for a case. Okay. What case? What do you mean? Like, I get more often than not, hey, what are you calling for? I'm calling about a case. Okay, what's the case? Yeah, here's my first name, last name information, my support number, everything except the thing I asked for.
Love it.
Like, and then more often than not, I also get, you can't bring up the case. I'm like...
Do you have the case number?
You work for the equivalent of Microsoft. They have a fuck ton of cases. I'm not gonna, like, yeah, let me just choose one real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, hey, do you want to change your name to Thomas Anderson or some shit? Like, is this the case you're calling for? I'm sorry, this case from 2015 got closed in 2015. Are you calling about that one? I want to reach through the phone and slap them.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, that's how I loot lads before Chris gets like a hernia.
Customer support lads.